24th Monday. Sweat. Yes. Yes, we gave some overview of this. Problems, major problems also we told, isn't it? See, it creates three types of corporations. Three types of urban local bodies. What is called corporation? The other is called municipality. Next is called municipality, corporation, Nagar Panchayat. Nagar Panchayat. Generally it is created, let's 10 lakh plus population. So Nagar Panchayat is basically one area which is transition. It is having a transition from one stage to another stage. Yes. Then they have their own composition, let's say that. Their composition, structure, etc. I'll find this, which is important to understand the structural problems, right? So See, in case of municipality, the head is directly elected. So when head is directly elected, you can take it like a panchayat system. When village panchayat is directly elected, means pradhan is directly elected, or you can take it as a presidential system. It can be a presidential system. Similarly, this will be also like a presidential system. Right. The problem of a structure is not with municipality and Nagar Panchayat. They will have a different types of problem. Right. But it is a more parliamentary system. It is more of parliamentary system. The problem is with this. When we talk about urban local bodies, so we more talk about corporation without using the term corporation. Because largely you will have in your mind the cities, like big cities you have in mind. Be it Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Indore, Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, or let's say we can consider Pune, etc. Whatever the name comes, Lucknow, whatever the name comes, Jaipur. So you will take the example of all those mega cities, big cities. You are not going to talk about a town area or a Nagar Panchayat, right? Largely we will talk about them. So their structure is different and their structure is different. This you can say. First thing. Second thing is that they are part of one such, let's say, area. Like say there is a district. It is a district. Any district name you can take. In that district, you can have several municipality and this municipality and Nagar Panchayat. Many, let's say, municipality and Nagar Panchayat we can have. This a district may not necessarily have still a corporation. A district still may not have a corporation. So a district may not have a corporation. Hence, it is a rural district more. It will be more coming under rural district. And then municipality will be only district center, you can say that. The district center, right, where the DM office you have, so that district center will have municipality. Or in that district there can be some more municipalities. But it does not have corporation. Hence it will be more governed like a rural district. And that rural district, so it is more like, let's say, we were talking as solution bringing district council, let's say municipalities and panchayat bringing under one, let's say that aspect. Its problem is different. Plus, let's say when chairman is directly elected, the chairman has control on his machineries. This chairman will be, he is directly elected. There is no question of having a lack of majority, not having majority. This question does not come. The chairman means he is a strong person, a strong leader. The strong leader means and then he is only responsible for this, or he is only responsible for this. A town area chairman, you may have heard, you may be familiar. A town area chairman or a municipality chairperson, he is just concerned about that. But if you take this one, that is different. This you can say. Then chairman, let's say basically executive, if you talk, their executive committee means body, that is the, let's say, decision making authority. The decision making authority will have same, let's say, standing committee, president and ward members. Same thing, this standing committee, ward members, same thing like this. Then his decision is not clear because it is a very small body. It will differ state to state. कि नगर पंचायत के लिए कौन सा सेक्रेटरी होता है, what is the designation of that person. But for the municipality we have chief executive officer who may be even IAS also, although it is not necessary because state public service personnel can also be, but municipal commissioner is IAS. Who is the permanent officer from administration side, right? This we have to understand. Then any, let's say we have corporation. Corporation has been divided into, right, wards, means different wardlets. Ward. Each ward has also ward committee. No, 10 lakh population होना चाहिए ना उस सिटी का. उस पर्टिकुलर सिटी का पॉपुलेशन 10 लाख प्लस होना चाहिए. पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट का नहीं, उस सिटी का पॉपुलेशन, उस सिटी का पॉपुलेशन. लेट्स टेक कोई भी नेबर सिटी ले लो आप, जैसे फरीदाबाद है, तो फरीदाबाद कारपोरेशन है, राइट. गुड़गांव के बारे में मुझे आइडिया नहीं है कि वो कारपोरेशन है या जस्ट म्युनिसिपैलिटी है, बट इट इज ऑल्सो हैव, इट मे हैव 10 लाख प्लस पॉपुलेशन, इट इज स्टिल ग्रोइंग.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल का जो मेन रहता है जुरिसडिक्शन, वो सिंगल डिस्ट्रिक्ट पे रहता है या फिर
डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल तो है ही नहीं अभी. क्या डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल तो है ही नहीं अभी. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल तो अभी रिफॉर्म्स होगा तब तो आएगा. डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल तो पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट का होगा. यस, एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक ही काउंसिल होगा एंड इट विल बी इलेक्टेड बॉडी. So then it will have jurisdiction over all municipalities and nagar panchayats. Yes.
But it is more of a
Right. फिर से वो इशू लेके आएंगे. Right. You should not have confusion. Right. Public and optional. Right. What confusion?
the structure, like as you told, like municipality.
No, you are confusing with today's and last that day, whatever we have told. See, we want district council idea is based on this, that ki we cannot have two separate things, one urban, another rural. Unnecessary, it is a divide. Plus, because of that divide, it is resulting that ki we do not have any elected body at district level. So when we do not have an elected body at district level, so that ultimately results into district administration become powerful and elected bodies remain secondary, right? So you want to make elected body superior to administration. That's why you want to create a district council and elected body. Yes, see, district administration is responsible for, first you can say it is law and order administration. Main concern of district administration is to maintain law and order administration, right, in the district. Right. Law and order administration can have many dimensions, but the main role of you tomorrow become district magistrate, your main role is to maintain law and order. Yes. Then you can have other functional roles. Functional roles are related to welfare of the people, this for the entire district. Functional role is to ensure that the policies and programs are implemented at district level. Yes, municipality will come under district administration. It will come under the jurisdiction of district administration. This is how.
So the chairperson who gets elected to the municipality will come under the district.
Yes, he will be coming under district magistrate.
And who will hold responsibility? The assembly secretary.
No, this municipality chairperson would be accountable to the council. Council is a deliberative body. Let me complete, so gradually you'll understand.
Also, the corporation will be in a city, but there are some cities which like go across districts. Like if you go to Bangalore, so the corporation can go across districts.
No, then even if let's say you have Bangalore Central, Bangalore Rural, whatever, but it will have one corporation. The entire area of Bangalore will come under one corporation. Even if different regional divisions are there, or even if Bangalore can have 2 districts, like say Delhi has 7 districts, but even if Delhi has 7 districts, but it is one corporation.
So in that case, there will be no municipality.
Yes?
There will be no municipality.
No, within corporation there will be municipality. Right. It is simply because that a city, you know that the city has its vicinity areas, other adjacent areas. So for those adjacent areas, they may be just either in transition, they can be village. The corporation also has panchayat. Right. So there can be, let's say, some transitional area, it can have, let's say, Nagar Panchayat, but it is very rare. Rare means there can be 1 or 2. Otherwise, it will be only corporation.
So if all municipalities come under the corporation.
If at all there is municipality, it will come under control of corporation. But it is very rare case. This I will tell. Right. Like say that any area you have. जैसे कि you try to understand this one. Let's say we have Delhi. Delhi is a corporation. Now, there are some villages in Delhi. You know that? They are known as villages. तो जब ये village है तो यहाँ पे पंचायत होगा. It has panchayat, it has pradhan elected. Now this village makes a transition. It makes a transition. It can be a Nagar Panchayat. Thus, that way we can consider. But these things are not important aspect. They are not important aspect. Right. Important aspect is to understand this one. Right. So we have, let's say, ward. We have ward committee. This is an executive body at ward level. By this you will understand more clearly. Now, this corporation, basically there are, let's say that any corporation will consist of, right, composition if you take. The composition will have elected and non-elected members. Elected and non-elected. Non-elected is municipal commissioner. Now, elected we have the members, chairperson, mayor, this next bodies or authorities. We have mayor, then we have Then we have see, mayor is like president. He is like president. Standing committee chairman. He is like prime minister, and it is like cabinet. It is like legislature. It is like MPs. Right. So mayor is indirectly elected by the members. This you should know that. And tenure is 1 year. It can be renewed. Right. Formal head, 1 year tenure, which can be renewed. So he is not, let's say that ki real executive. Mayor is not real executive. Real executive will be chairman of standing committee and standing committee. Right. Now let's see ki chairman will also not be directly elected. Prime Minister is not directly elected. Prime Minister belongs to the party which secures majority after election. Similarly, the party which gets majority in the council, that party will form the government in the corporation. So, forming the government in the corporation, that government is known as standing committee and its chairperson. The standing committee would become like cabinet, a decision making body, and head of the cabinet is, let's say, called president, you can say, or chairman, you can consider. And it is decision making body. Councillors, all the ward members, this you have. All the ward members are known as councillors. So they are elected ward wise. They are not elected like the way, let's say, the way you have constituency for MP. Similarly, for a councillor, there is a constituency which we say as ward area. And from that, he is elected, she is elected as ward member. जिसको निगम पार्षद भी कहते हैं. This you know about. In Hindi we say it as nigam parshad. The nigam parshad is nothing but a ward member, or a ward member is nothing but a councillor. This The council is a legislative deliberative body. It is led by councillors, and those who get majority, they form the government, known as a standing committee headed by chairman, and mayor is indirectly elected. The real executive would be assisted by municipal commissioner. This is know that. The real executive would be assisted by municipal commissioner, because the way prime minister, chief minister, they are helped by cabinet secretary or chief secretary. Similarly, you need a municipal commissioner who is a senior level functionary, especially a joint secretary level functionary. Those who become municipal commissioner of mega cities, they are having joint secretary level. Rather, they will retire after serving as municipal commissioner. Okay. So, this is how they structure. Right? Is it clear? Right. Now, will not be the structure of municipality and Nagar Panchayat, because the member is directly elected. When member is directly elected, no mayor. There will not be mayor. And then chairman will be he himself chairman, the standing committee. There will be council and councillors. The other things will be there, mayor will not be there. When mayor is not there, the chairman is directly elected. He is a powerful functionary. Now we have a dual head system. Mayor is also formal head and prime minister is the way you have. It is a dual head system. Dual head system was brought so that the idea of responsible government. Parliamentary system we have, so there will be responsible concept. But somehow this structure has become, globally this structure is not followed. This you should know that. Globally this structure is not followed. It has been rejected. Why it has been rejected? And this is how the major problem. Now let's look at what problems happen. Problems hota kaise hai? So first is that this chairman, the chairman is not directly elected. So he is not a powerful functionary. Right. The way you know that the chief minister, many a time we have told somewhere, the chief minister is controlled by a central party high command, or let's say that the ruling party. तो ये किस बात की कौन से बड़े आदमी है, isn't it? So chairman का क्या औकात होगा? Sorry to say that. तो chairman जो होता है वो powerful नहीं होता है, और ये भी powerful नहीं होता है. So elected bodies in corporation, in fine, are much weaker than elected body at rural level, or a municipal level or town area level. This. Now these things are created, so you know that they are created by 74th Amendment Act, and 74th Amendment Act went on adding 243 P to 243 ZG. This. It went on adding it. Now corporations are created by act of legislature. A corporation is created by act of legislature, and that act of legislature defines their role and power and functions. So corporation as such is a constitutional body. As such, the term corporation, because now it is created under 74th Amendment Act. But let's say that it is created. The actual practice it is created by act of legislature. Okay. Like if you take it will be created by this UP legislature. Now, this act defines basically. It is this act which defines the power of corporation, and they will act as per those aspects. They will act as per those aspects. Now, problem comes, basically problems are related to structural problem. Structural problem. What is structural problem? So, headless institution. Headless institution. Leaderless model. Bureaucratic dominance. He the formal head. फॉर्मल हेड होना नहीं होना दोनों एक ही बराबर है. फॉर्मल हेड है, पावर नहीं है. Formal head does not have power. When he does not have power, so whether you have or not, it does not matter. Right. Like say कि president has no power. When president has no power, so let's say कि then whether you have president, you do not have president, it does not matter. Yes, since he does not have power, so that's why we say headless. Plus, the chairman of a standing committee is not directly elected. He can be elected as a ward member, but not as a, let's say that ki, head of the corporation. He is more elected as a ward member. So when he is a ward member, again he is not the head of the entire city. This. And then he is not a powerful functionary. राइट, वो क्यों नहीं पावरफुल है? तो 5-6 states have introduced direct election of mayor, which is exception. So we will also tell towards end that we should go for direct election of mayors, but that has also a problem. But we will go to, but 5-6 states have introduced, but it is still not effective. Right? Why it is not? We'll come to this point. So this is what we say that headless institution. This how you will see कि municipal commissioner dominate. तो आप कोई भी म्यूनिसिपल कारपोरेशन एक्ट टाइप करो, उसमें जो पावर एंड फंक्शन डिफाइन होता है उसमें म्यूनिसिपल कमिश्नर को भी पावर दिया जाता है. The act itself gives power to municipal commissioner. So when act itself gives power to municipal commissioner, hence let in those area municipal corporation has no any say, rather he has the say. Like recently, let's say बृहद बेंगलुरु ऐसे ही है एक बेंगलुरु म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन एक्ट 2019. If you read Bengaluru Municipal Corporation Act 2019, in this let's say they have given also power to municipal commissioner. Means you should know that the way you have Indian Police Act under which district magistrate gets power and district magistrate becomes the head of law and order administration as per Indian Police Act 1861, and we have not abolished it. Similarly, municipal commissioner gets power as per the municipal act, and you know that the first municipal such act or municipal corporation was created known as Madras Municipal Corporation. Right. That was around 1687, ऐसा ही कुछ होगा. Right. The first municipal corporation was created known as Madras, followed by Mumbai and Calcutta. This, and they are created by an act. So when they are created by an act, let's say the act defines, and still let's say that we still you have the practice, still we have the practice of same that municipal commissioner is given power in the law itself. So when he is given power in the law itself, then he will dominate over, because it is headless and this standing committee chairperson is not powerful. So let's say largely it has happened, it is the municipal commissioner who calls the shot, means let's say he plays the big role rather than elected body. That's why you have a model of Iqbal Singh Chahal. No, Iqbal Singh Chahal, who was municipal commissioner of Mumbai. Iqbal Singh Chahal. He was Mumbai municipal commissioner during COVID time, and he was very successful in containing COVID, let's say that challenges, and that has been appreciated by Niti Aayog at national level. Even Prime Minister has also appreciated Iqbal Singh Chahal initiative. आपको ये सब समझ में how you will know कि why it is a problem. Problem तो वहाँ पर है. Why it is a problem. So let's come to this. Let's take what is followed in other cities, other countries, world, let's say. So global practice. Global practice will have whole of the city approach. Whole of the city approach means corporation will have jurisdiction on entire city. It will have jurisdiction on entire city. Yes. Now, directly elected head. that is called mayor. The mayor will be directly elected. This directly elected. Then it is called strong. Wait. It is called D model. D model means directly elected executive mayor. What does it mean? Mayor has control on administration, police, all urban bodies. So what does it make? How it makes a difference? कैसे? How it makes a difference? फिर इसको जानने के लिए एक और चीज जानना पड़ेगा. वो ये है. Let's take any urban body, corporation. कोई भी नाम ले लो. हालांकि मैं मैजिशियन नहीं हूँ, isn't it? But you take any name of any city, चाहे वो जयपुर हो सकता है, right? या भोपाल हो सकता है, लखनऊ हो सकता है. Any city you take, right? This city, any corporation or city, let's say that city, it has different units, different urban local bodies, right? It will have housing, right? Housing development, right? Board, right? This. So it will have Jal board. Blah blah things. Right? Do you know that they are all bureaucratic? They are all bureaucratic. Right? ये सारे bureaucratic bodies होती हैं. And as of now, अगर आप दिल्ली की बात करोगे या किसी की भी बात करो, क्योंकि दिल्ली you are more familiar. दिल्ली की बात करो, दिल्ली में भी है म्युनिसिपल, एमसीडी बोलते हैं. Right? MCD has no control on them. Right? Or if you take Lucknow Corporation, we don't know how Lucknow Corporation, right? or let's say BMC, we say that, Bombay Municipal Corporation. They will not have control on such bodies, but they operate at corporation level. They operate at city level. Like we have Delhi Development Authority, DDA का नाम सुना ही होगा आप. Then we have Jal Board, इसका नाम सुना ही होगा आप. This, then Water Sewerage, Police Commissioner. This. So when a municipal corporation does not have control on different other urban local bodies, so for what it will govern? Housekeeping activity. This. So ये glorify किया गया है. It is just glorification. We have elected body. For what? It cannot have control on water supply. It cannot have control on water sewerage board. It does not deal with the development. Let's say that बहुत सारे DDA के flats है, DDA के areas है, and MCD has no control on that. Right. Then police commissioner, no control. Police commissioner will be appointed by state government, और Delhi है तो central government, and it deals with law and order. तो उसका रोल तो सिर्फ हाउसकीपिंग ही हो गया फिर. राइट, सिर्फ गार्बेज कलेक्ट करना. कलेक्टिंग गार्बेज, मैनेजिंग गार्बेज. राइट. और उसमें भी लेट्स से दैट इफ यू हैव एमसीडी, राइट, इसका जो कमिश्नर होता है, म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर, that is also appointed by central or state government. अगर ये स्टेट है, मान लो लखनऊ है, तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट विल अपॉइंट, और गवर्नमेंट हमेशा अपने फेमिलियर और फेवरेबल ऑफिसर से अपॉइंट करेंगे टू कंट्रोल देम. So that is called कि we do not have whole of the city approach. Right? When you have a whole of the city approach, so all these units will come under the control of municipal corporation. So they will all be reporting to municipal corporation. So they all be reporting to mayor. They will all report to directly elected mayor. So mayor will exercise control on them. This is called deem model. अभी हमने क्या किया? He was saying कि जो elected direct mayor है, तो mayor is directly elected, but mayor has no control on them. It is a top dressing we have done. As of now, what we have done is just we have adopted mayor to be directly elected, but mayor has not been given control over such units. These units are still controlled by state governments. So we do not have whole of the city approach, rather we have directly elected mayor. Right. But you need to have, along with directly elected mayor, whole of the city approach. Right. Yes. No, he will not have control on them, because they are directly elected, appointed by the government. The state government will appoint them. So when state government are central, Delhi के लिए central government appoints. So he is also appointed by central government, and they are also appointed by central government. So he cannot have control on them. This way, he can have some general control. General control is thus, let's say that since he is the let's say municipal commissioner, sorry, MCD stature is better than these institutions. Right. MCD is an elected body, its stature is a bit superior to them. Right. So he can have a general control, but his jurisdiction is also limited. Right. Because they have their own jurisdictions. When they have, like say, police commissioner, the police commissioner is powerful than this municipal commissioner. Because municipal commissioner is not responsible for law and order administration. In commissionerate areas where we have corporation, police commissioner is responsible for law and order administration. Here IPS gets the power of IAS. The Delhi police commissioner is powerful than Delhi municipal commissioner. Right. Because here municipal commissioner is a housekeeping activity. He is doing more of planning, budgeting, executing. He does not deal with law and order. But police deals with law and order. Right. And when police deals with law and order, it becomes executive body, let's say. And then he becomes a more, let's say, that personality in the commissionerate system. And he is controlled by the state government. Right. This system you have, so then this is how we were saying. Now, when we have this model, so mayor controls all of them. So then mayor will be all powerful. Right. So this is how directly elected executive by mayor. We do not have this directly elected executive mayor system. And when they will have control on all of them, so then entire city, whole of the city approach means this is how, let's say that all appointments he will have say, and there will be metropolitan police, you may have heard. The metropolitan police will work under the control of mayor. That will happen. Plus whole of the city, so one city, one plan. This is how we can say that. One plan, one leader. Yes. UK also adopted this system during 1980s when we were adopting an outdated system. Right, 74th Amendment Act. Other countries were discontinuing their practice, and we started adopting those practices which became outdated in their countries. Most of the countries have gone to this model. Right, this model. Now, you can criticize China, that's another thing, but there is a Shanghai model. Right. Shanghai model, you should know that. And this Shanghai model, let's say that, I guess it is. Do you know Shanghai model of urban local bodies? Shanghai, let's say, corporation controls Shanghai airport also. Right. Corporation controls airport also. Like see, let's say Delhi airport. Airport is another bureaucratic area. Right. It is called Airport Authority of India. और ये एरिया किसका है? एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी का है. तो एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी मतलब म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का jurisdiction ends. But there, even Shanghai airport, which is one of the popular international airports, you know that. That is how it is called Shanghai model. Now, how or why it is better? So let's take how many corporations we can have. Right. Yes, it has cons side. But cons not as challenging as, let's say, lack of reform, you can find this. How many corporations we can have? Right. So I guess we have over 60, 70 corporations we can have. Right. Now, if you adopt directly elected mayor system, good people will come because direct election. Right. So you can have 60, 70 mayors who, I told you that day, a person belonging to Jaipur understands Jaipur better than a person who has gone Jaipur to this, you can say that. So he can have idea. Then they become dedicated. The mayors in the world, they have brought idea of a smart city, BRT system. This you should know that. Right. In our country, let's say we appreciate bureaucratic initiatives. But in the world, the initiative comes through leaders, political leaders. And I was talking about London Mayor. You know that London Mayor is Sadat Khan, right? He is a Pakistan origin, right? Sunak is Indian origin, right? This you should know that. The question is that his name, he's a very popular person across the world. Yes. So, जब भी कोई लेट्स से दैट की मीटिंग होता है, अभी जो फ्रांस में जो प्रोटेस्ट हुआ था, डू यू नो दैट कि मेयर्स केम फॉरवर्ड, मेयर्स केम फॉरवर्ड. तो हु इज कॉलिंग द शॉट? इलेक्टेड फंक्शनरीज. In our country, who is calling the shot? You will never hear about elected functionaries. That is how the system that we need to develop, right? And that's why, let's say, we need to promote it. That's why reforms. There are few articles written in newspaper, direct election of mayor. Need for direct election of mayor. If you Google it, Hindu has published time to time direct election of mayor. What we have tried is, we have not tried to bring reforms, we have brought some peripheral reforms to bring change, but they are not working. And one reform is reducing the, let's say, length of municipal corporation. And we went on creating 3 corporations in Delhi in 2010 and 11. And in 2022, I guess, 21-22, again we merged them to create one. It means in last 10 years, right, we went back where we started. The reforms, if you talk. So things have not changed much. Plus, I have given already the idea of presidential versus parliamentary. Jahan pe presidential system hai, it is easy to introduce. Or where you have a system that state politics, union politics you can segregate, and city politics you can segregate, there it would work. But when you have a system where you are not trying to segregate it, and Virat Kohli starts playing, let's say, with district team, then this is how let's say, everything gets messed up. Right? And then city politics will not rise. Hence, cities will not be able to govern effectively. And a country cannot be governed effectively unless all the small units are given power to govern themselves. Because one leader and, let's say, 60 leaders, this you have to understand. One leader and 28 chief ministers, you have to understand this. That way we have to see, and that is how we try to bring democratic governance system. That is how most of the city today, we don't have any single city which can attract global tourism. Do we have any city which can attract like the way you have Dubai? Or forget about this. No, nowadays UAE, isn't it? दुबई पीपल, हमारे इंडिया के लोगों के लिए तो वो जस्ट मॉर्निंग वॉक करते हैं वो लोग. I sarcastically say this, right? जो हमारे यहाँ रिच क्लास लोग हैं वो जस्ट मॉर्निंग वॉक करके आते हैं ऑफिस जाने के लिए. बस उनका बर्थडे भी होता है तो दुबई में ही होता है. बस रिलायंस का जो ऑफिस है वो इंडिया के बाहर है तो वो दुबई में है. Are you aware about this? Right. Reliance has opened its international office in Dubai. Yes. बहुत सारे साउथ इंडिया के लोगों का तो सेकेंड होम हो गया है दुबई. This is not that. People belong to South India. They are more attached and associated. Right. 27% of people in UAE are Indians. Do you know this? Right. 27% people are Indians. ये भी हमारा ओल्ड डेटा है. So the question is that this is what we have to understand. Now global cities are attracting lots of tourists, we can say, and global city concept you have, high-rise buildings you have, and twin towers, क्या क्या नहीं आप बोल सकते, isn't it? So how we are going to develop that infrastructure. Most of the cities are almost crumbling because of poor infrastructure. You know it better. Yes, the quality of air, you know it better. How you will govern? So unless you adopt whole of the city approach, right, and deem modern, directly elected mayor, this we say, bringing reforms, we will not be able to govern our urban areas effectively. Even if you have a smart city approach. Smart city ने तो और भी इस चीज को, on the one hand, a smart city has its own, let's say, benefit, but in other hand, it has created another body, a special purpose, through which you are developing a smart city. And again, now municipal, let's say that corporation does not have control on smart city. ये तो अच्छे से समझ में आ जाएगा आपको. Smart city is controlled by Ministry of Urban Development and it is controlled by Niti Aayog. इसलिए कि idea of smart city is of the government, not Ministry of Urban Development. Even ministry का भी control नहीं है. It is a centrally, let's say that intervene initiative. Now, how long you will have a smart city mission? How long central will keep focusing? Right. How long will keep focusing? As long as you are in power. The day government is not in power, a new government comes to power, a new party, they will build their smart city. और ये वहीं पे रुक जाएगा. Yes. So ultimately, if you are leaving these things to center, so there will be ad hocism. This is how let's say challenge. That's why it is being told, but not more than that is needed. It's enough to understand. And that's why even ARC second has recommended in its local government report to adopt this approach. The approach that we are saying, ARC second also recommends. Or today, any city that you want to have better governance, it should have whole of the city approach, in which mayor should be directly elected with strong powers given. Right. So that is how we have to summarize. We'll finish on this. No, it is not needed to be passed by Rajya Sabha. Someone is asking, does it need to be passed through Rajya Sabha to make appointment of mayor directly elected under Urban Local Bodies Act? No, it's not that way. As far as I am, let's say, aware, it is not that case, because Urban Local Body Act or Municipal Corporation Act is act of state legislature. So when it is act of state legislature, so if it wants to bring change in election of, let's say, mayor, direct or indirect, so then it can be done by the state legislature. It does not need any, let's say, that is say of union legislature. Yes, that is how we can consider. So let's try this. To tackle the problems of urban governance through urban local bodies, so that India also has urban local bodies, especially corporations, of global standards, What we are writing beginning? To. What we have written? To tackle global standards. India needs structural reforms. also recommended by ARC second, also recommended by ARC second in its sixth report, that first adopt a directly elected mayor system, or directly elected mayor system, which is a global practice, also known as DEAM model. Also known as DEAM model. DEAM model. Next, there should be whole of the city approach. Whole of the city approach, that is, the corporation should have control over all other urban local bodies. All other urban local bodies. All other urban local bodies, not only municipal area. Next, one city, one plan. One city, one plan. That is, as of now, India has master plan practice. Master plan practice, which is more related to planning for land utilization. Planning for land utilization. But it does not include education, health, housing, housing, transportation, and a holistic plan for city. Yes, plan for city. ARC second has recommended for 5 structures, replacing present 3 structures. ARC second has recommended for adopting 5 types urban local bodies, replacing the present 3 types of bodies. Like metropolitan corporation. First, metropolitan corporation having 50 lakh plus population. Municipal corporation 10 to 50 lakh. 10 to 50 lakh. Others are not needed to write. Others are simply municipality, city council, town council, right? Let's write this. Because difficult to tell population cutoff. too much of details. Okay. It is of view that India should develop 5-6 mega cities as global cities. 5-6 as mega cities. 5-6 mega cities as global cities. Global cities. To match with global standards. To match with global standards. Therefore, as of now, problem of urban local bodies is more structural. Which demands radical reforms. And hence there is a view that there should be constitution of Second Commission for Urbanization. Second Commission for Urbanization. The first commission was constituted in 1988. The first commission was constituted in 1988. Yes. So enough to tackle, I guess. इस बार का जो क्वेश्चन आया था, have you read it? Can you answer by this knowledge? Yes. इस बार का जो क्वेश्चन था, इसमें अपलोडेड है? अपलोडेड नहीं है? अपलोड करना चाहिए ना आपको. उस दिन जो एनालिसिस सेशन है, पेपर डू यू हैव? या पेपर तो होना चाहिए यहाँ पर सेकेंड वाला. ऐसे का पेपर है. It is a major, means it will be a major step to address the problems, although you know that any one reform cannot address. This you have to know.
Isn't the problem solved with all the different bodies like the judge board and the CSE?
Yes, but then that is how you have to bring that reform. A reform will come only when a state wants to lose their control. But they do not want to lose their control. ये तो 10 साल तो हो गए ना. अब तो मान लो कि ऑलमोस्ट 12 साल 13 साल हो गए बात करते हुए. ARC सेकेंड ने रिकमेंड किया था 2009 में, राइट? और हम अभी तक 2023 तक बात ही कर रहे हैं ना. जस्ट वी आर टॉकिंग. So we take next 10-12 years to talk on that. By the time whatever you talked, it becomes outdated. So the challenge is this, that how long you will talk. सबको पता है. Governments also know this. Because see, unless we are structurally weak, you cannot solve the problem. So then you will have some lip service type. I told you that smart city, चूंकि हमारे syllabus में नहीं है, we cannot teach all these things. Holistically syllabus को नहीं mention. It's another matter कि PSC can tomorrow ask smart city. That's a different thing. Then we'll start teaching that also. But एक स्टूडेंट को कैसे पता चलेगा कि हाँ प्रॉब्लम क्या है? सिर्फ वो उतना ही समझेगा, राइट? अगर पूरा चीज यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द एंटायर थिंग, यू आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू नो ओनली दिस, बट प्रॉब्लम्स आर लिंक्ड टू अदर थिंग्स आल्सो. अनलेस यू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट देम, यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दिस. बट प्रॉब्लम ये है कि यू आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू नो दिस चैलेंज है, जीएस में यही चैलेंज है कि यू हैव टू बी टॉट ओनली दिस. So since other things are not related, it depends on your knowledge and wisdom ki how you will link and connect this. So the question is that ki power, unless that day we told you when we were talking about presidential system, that's why we highlighted when it was created union, state and local, so why you have created this if you can, let's say, control all of them, and why you are creating them if it wants to control. तो सबसे बुरा तो इनका हाल है, because they will be controlled by both. So where is their freedom? तो सिटी लेवल पे तो डिस्कोर्स ही नहीं होता है हमारे देश में, हम तो उस लेवल की बात ही नहीं कर सकते. पूरे वर्ल्ड में एक सिटी लेवल का डिस्कोर्स होता है, राइट. देयर इज अ पोर्टल सिस्टम ऑन व्हिच पीपल हैव देयर ओन व्यूज, काउंटर व्यूज. मेयर इज आल्सो एसोसिएटेड and mayor also talks to people, views, counter views go on, right, and those things result into a discourse on that city, and that will try to improve the city ecosystem. Do we have a person who can dedicate himself for improving and thinking about the city ecosystem? No. How many city prime minister will think? जब time मिलेगा तो सोचेंगे, right? This. So you cannot leave it to the center and state. Let they themselves grow and develop. That's why reforms are needed. But reforms will not happen because they do not want to lose their control. If mayor is directly elected, तो वो अपनी अला करेगा अपना. This is how to know that. Right. तो ये सारा चीज concept तो हमारे फैमिली से है ना. फैमिली में पेरेंट्स ऑलवेज चाहते हैं कि बच्चे हमारे हमेशा कंट्रोल में रहे, राइट. बच्चे थोड़े से नॉलेजेबल हो गया तो वो अपना इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाता है, तो फिर पेरेंट्स के कंट्रोल में नहीं होता है, राइट. तो पेरेंट्स विल ऑलवेज लाइक दैट कि चिल्ड्रन शुड रिमेन इन देयर कंट्रोल. सॉरी टू से दैट. फैमिली से शुरू होता है ये सब. आई नो वन स्टूडेंट, so I should not tell all these things. She took she is from Delhi, so she wanted to stay outside home so that she can focus on study, right. So family did not allow. After lots of, let's say, things, family allowed. So she took let's say somewhere, let's say, and she was staying, let's say that. Then after some time, let's say that case, something may have happened, whatever. Family decided that, no, you stay in our area. That the question is that why you want, how long you will keep, let's say, this control? Why you have this insecurity, sense of insecurity? So basically, it's not कि one family example you can give. बट क्वेश्चन इधर कि हम डरते हैं अपने ही लोगों को इंडिपेंडेंट बनाने में, राइट. इसलिए कि वो इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाएगा तो हमारे अगेंस्ट हो जाएगा, ये डर है, राइट. अगेंस्ट इन द सेंस कि फैमिली में सारे वेजिटेरियन है तो हो सकता है नॉन वेजिटेरियन हो जाए. सबसे बड़ा डर तो यही है, राइट. अभी तक हम डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पाए कि वेजिटेरियन रहना है कि नॉन वेजिटेरियन, राइट. और इसी पे काफी यू नो दैट कि लॉट्स ऑफ टेंशन हैपेंस. तो अलग अलग इश्यूज है, बट जस्ट टेक इट इंडिपेंडेंट. यू हैव टू मेक द इंस्टीट्यूशन टू गो ऑन, राइट. सो इट्स सच ए लॉन्ग डिबेट एंड डिफिकल्ट टू से कि इट विल बी फॉलोड. यस, क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन?
The states in India seem looking to empower urban local bodies both functionally and financially.
ये तो एनालिसिस है, पेपर. ठीक है, ओके, राइट. इसी में होगा. Which question it is? Which question number?
Question number, I guess, 4. Third. Third. That one.
This is how it is. States in India remain reluctant to empower urban local bodies functionally as well as financially. फाइनेंस वाला तो अभी तक हमने नहीं बताया है ठीक से, इसलिए कि फेडरल पॉलिटी विल टॉक, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. But functionally, this is how you know that they are given 18 functions and 3F problems already you know that they are not given autonomy. Right? Why they are reluctant? So you can see that how the system is still exists. So you can talk about urban local bodies, especially 74th Amendment first. After 74th Amendment, basic things. Then you can talk about working, how urban local bodies are working. And then you can tell that how there is lack of functional empowerment. Functional empowerments, you can tell that municipal bodies do not have control on entire city. The bureaucratic, traditional bureaucratic system continues. That can be told. Plus, let's say that those 18 functions, they have not been transferred to them. Rather, let's say state has control on them. This can be considered. Then there are bureaucratic bodies, and those bureaucratic bodies work still in those functional areas. And you can create, like say, Jal Board you can have, Housing Development Authority you can have. So this way you can talk on this. Then you can give some facts related to this, how urban local bodies are poorly governed. Like they are not able to, manage urban facilities better, be it water, sewage, drainage, let's call garbage disposal, solid waste management, etc. Those things can be considered. Then you need to talk that further it should be evolved, means we need to devolve those functions, and you can also talk that nowadays there is more emphasis on reforming them so that we can have whole of the city approach. This. So that way, let's say that it can be considered.